What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today Skylar and I are at our local pond. We're kind of doing more of an instructional video on what type of lures to throw during the transition from late summer to fall and even into the winter time, because a lot of the times the ponds will mimic the small coves in the big lakes. So that's pretty much what all of today's video is about. It's just, we're gonna be throwing a bunch of different lures, covering some water, trying to catch some fish. We kind of pre-fished this pond last night and Skylar ended up hooking into about 4. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. I mean, this is a very tiny pond. I will show you the pond in a little bit. But yeah, so today's gonna be covering water, figuring out what works so we can transfer everything that we learned today into, you know, the grand scheme of things, into a big lake on our reservoir boat. So hopefully we can hook into some stuff. We both got our GoPros on. Stay tuned. So guys, this is what the pond, let me take you up. It's not a huge pond, but with that being said, there is definitely a lot of potential here. And a lot of it's going to be right in those coves right there to the right. That's where a lot of the fish are going to be. They're also going to be along this bank area all around here. And right in this corner right here is where Skylar caught the majority of his fish last night. So I'm going to be throwing over there. I'm going to start off with a buzz bait, just try and see if we can get some topwater action, and if we can't, then I'll go over to maybe a weighted Texas rig crack and crawl. For now, I'm going to throw that buzz bait and hopefully we can hook into some fish. So like I said guys, I am going to be starting off with a 3/8 buzz bait. I'm just going to be throwing along these banks. That was a terrible cast. I just don't know if there's any bass big enough in this pond that will hit this. It is going to be tough getting a topwater bite just because, like I said, this is a very shallow pond. Very shallow pond with very tiny fish. A couple times that we've been here, Skylar has gotten a bite on a whopper plopper. So I am really hoping that I can get something on this buzzbait, because I haven't had a buzzbait bite in a while. So like I said, and also this whole purpose of this video is to cover a lot of water, fish a lot of baits, find out what works, so that we can translate this to, you know, fishing in a big lake or in a river, or just a big body of water. Well, we were here yesterday and we were getting bites, but it was also around 6 p.m. and it's also around 55 degrees, and now it's 4 o'clock and it's 75 degrees out. So it's a big difference in temperature, which can also mean a big difference in the bite. All right guys, I am going to switch to something else. Let's see what we have in the arsenal. Guys, so the next bait of choice is going to be pure chartreuse and a little bit of white on the skirt, 3/16 ounce spinnerbait. I sized down a little bit just because I am fishing the shallows right now, and like I've said in the beginning of the video, these fish in here aren't huge. So the reason why I picked chartreuse out of any other color is because this water is very, very dingy. So I wanted to get something that would really stand out in the water. I have like no casting room here. See if we can get some bites along this edge of the bank. So I just scared away a bunch of fry that were sitting underneath that stick. I really thought the spinnerbait would produce. Out of all baits, I really thought spinnerbaits was gonna get the most bites today. Got one. As I'm saying, I thought I was gonna get more bites.
Heck yeah.
Little tiny guy.
There it is.
But
Did you just cast down the bank?
Just cast it down the bank, yeah. Oh no! He just came off, guys. I had my thumb in his mouth and he came off. I didn't want to get hooked. That's number one. Number one on the spinnerbait. I will admit, I handled banking that fish completely wrong. I mean, he was right where he was supposed to be, right on that fallen tree. Fortunately, guys, our 10 minutes are up with the spinnerbait, and my skirt just got annihilated. I don't know what happened there, but it's time to switch lures. All right, guys, so unfortunately, our 10 minutes are up on the chartreuse 3/16 ounce spinnerbait. It did produce 2 bites, as you guys saw. I landed one, got off the hook a little bit early, but I did get into the bank, and then I lost one in the water. So with that being said, spinnerbait's definitely one of my all-time favorite lures to throw. But since we are kind of just trying to figure out what the bass want to munch on in this transition, I'm going to throw something else on my line, and hopefully we can catch some more bass. I decided to continue with the moving baits. I've tied on the Great Lakes agitator that is in the month of October's Mystery Tackle Box, and if you guys haven't seen that video, I will leave it linked down below and at the end of this video. Please make sure to go watch that video if you guys are interested in subscribing to Mystery Tackle Box. It's a fantastic deal. I've been using them for years now, and I never have really had any complaints about them. Only thing I'm really concerned about with throwing this is that there's a lot of vegetation in this pond. So getting a clean retrieve is going to be very difficult. Alright guys, it's been 10 minutes with the agitator. Oh, almost hooked myself. Gorgeous, gorgeous rattle trap. It is just not producing a bite today, so we're going to switch it up. So a quick little update. We've been out here for about 3 hours. Only gotten 1 bite so far, and that was my fish on the chartreuse spinnerbait. We only have about an hour, maybe even less of daylight left. So we're gonna keep on rolling. I've thrown about 6 or 7 different baits. Skylar's thrown about probably the same amount of baits as I have. But we're gonna keep fishing. Hopefully we can get into another bite, because this is about the time that we got here last night when the bite started to pick up and Skylar ended up hooking into 4 different fish. But with that said, I'm gonna put on a different bait. I think I'm gonna go with a Ned rig with a Guggen Baits rattling Ned on it. Skylar right now is throwing a whopper plopper, so hopefully we can produce a bite for you guys very soon before we run out of daylight. So, I'm gonna keep on fishing. You guys stay tuned. It's gonna be the last lure I throw on. I'm gonna throw on the Sakoshi bug on a Ned rig that you can get from shopcarls.com. I'm going to see if I can get any bites, because last night when we were here, I did get a bite on the Ned rig. I couldn't see anything, I didn't feel him. But at the last second, I saw him running with my line. So I'm gonna toss this around for a little bit. That dog will not stop barking. Alright guys, so this is going to end today's video. Today really wasn't as eventful as I thought it would be. I did manage to catch 1 bass today on the chartreuse spinnerbait, as you guys saw. And it was just really slow after that. I mean, I threw 7 or 8 different baits today. But with that being said, it's always a good time to be out here fishing. Just taking a break from everything and just coming out, figuring out what these bass are eating, and just having a blast with one of your good friends. So I can't really complain about that. Even though the bass weren't as active as I had hoped they had been, we still got to figure out just a little bit of what they're eating. I mean, it's pretty obvious that they wanted the spinnerbait. I got 2 bites off of it. And I'm going to be throwing spinnerbaits a lot more now, especially with this transition into fall as it gets cooler, because the spinnerbaits really do mimic a shad. So I'm really looking forward to throwing that. It's going to be tough, because my favorite thing to do for fishing is pitching and flipping. And not being able to pitch and flip right now it's killing me, because that's my favorite thing to do. But I will be transitioning into throwing jigs, spinnerbaits, crankbaits, a lot of topwater. So I'm excited for that. I'm really hoping that I can get out on the boat very soon. So guys, smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment if you want to, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.